Hi, welcome back to the channel Karaoke. I'm Vinit, and today we have another timeless pick a card reading on what does your boss think of you, what do your coworkers think of you. And even before we get into the reading, I just want to quickly say that I am going to be teaching a tarot course starting September. So if you're interested in learning tarot from me, you can definitely sign up. You can send me an email to get more details. And do not mind my voice. I'm recovering from a terrible cold, so I do sound a little weird and nasally, so please forgive me for that. And well, that's not going to stop me from doing this reading. So, having said all that, we have three piles to choose from. Pile number one, we have Trionfi della Luna. Pile number two, we have Tarot of the Enchanted Garden. And pile number three, we have Tarot of the Witch's Garden. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number one. If you chose the Triumphi della Luna Tarot, this is your reading on how do people at work see you? How does your boss see you? And before we jump into the reading, I just quickly want to say that I'm going to be teaching a tarot course starting September. So if you would like to learn tarot from me, you can definitely enroll. You can send me an email. My email ID is given in the description box below. Having said that, let's jump into the reading on how does your boss and people at your work see you? Okay, pile number one, we have Ten of Pentacles, Justice, Eight of Wands, Two of Cups, Ace of Swords, Five of Swords, Three of Swords, Knight of Swords, and the Hermit. So we have a lot of swords in this reading. So people at work and your boss definitely see you as incredibly intelligent. Therefore, they cannot always dominate you. And I think this is a big problem when it comes to maybe ego clashes at work. There is a lot of that over here. But besides that, I think you're also single, and therefore I do think you have a lot of eyes on you. We have Two of Cups and Three of Swords. So, and we have Ten of Pentacles. So people really want to date you. I think people really check you out when you are working. I don't even think you realize. And for a lot of y'all, you could not even be in the corporate. You could even be here in the public eye, right? Whatever it is for your situation. But people are very magnetized and attracted to you, especially when they see you work. So there's something related to work over here. Maybe you have your Jupiter in Capricorn or in the 10th house, because there's a lot of this work energy with you. And we have 10 of Pentacles. So like I said, people definitely see you as very, very intelligent at work. And you're not going to suffer fools gladly. You're not going to. And I do think you have a sharp tongue as well, which I do think has gotten you into a bit of trouble over here, because we do have justice. So despite that, people at work can tell that you're on the right side, and you will probably stand up for something that doesn't go with your morals, especially when it comes to your work or your work ethic or anything related to your work over here. You're very particular about your work, and you understand that the devil's in the details, right? Point number one. And we have Eight of Swords. So you're a swift worker, you take action. We have Knight of Swords as well. So you could be an air sign over here, or yet you have this very cerebral energy to just cut through the chase and just get to the core of the issue and have creative ways, yet really accurate ways of dealing with whatever problem there is. Five of Swords. So I do think there are a lot of arguments that you even get into, but in a way you do prevail by number one. And understand that even if you are alone, because you do have this lone wolf energy, we do have the Hermit over here. So you could be a Virgo, not necessarily, or you could have prominent Virgo placements, or even if you don't, it is this Virgo energy of mastery. Virgos are masters. They really refine things to a level of the greatest perfection any other sign can achieve, right? So there is this energy of service, there is this energy of you putting your best foot forward every day, no matter what happens. Even if you're sick, you show up and get it done. And this is what, again, makes you very, very attractive. And I know this is about your work, but I've been just going on and on about how attractive everyone finds you. So clearly you're shining doing what you're doing over here, pile number one. And I think that itself is radiating this strong aura around you, which is again helping you ascend and helping you do better and get better at whatever you're trying to achieve over here. We do have Ace of Swords in the center of the reading. So it is this pure potential energy of, again, being able to cut through any difficult situation thrown at your way. And I do think a lot of y'all are in very difficult job positions where you do have to deal with maybe a certain amount of darkness in other people, or you do have to maybe get dirty with the politics, whatever it is over here, by number one. I'm not judging. I'm just saying that there is a fierce side to you that you need to bring out whenever you're dealing with certain issues, but yet you still stand your model ground, and you do it with your own personal truth. And I think that is also what sets you apart from other people at work. I think that's what I was trying to get at. And we have Magician behind the deck. So again, there's a strong emphasis on your creative abilities to just really go after what you want. And it's not just that, even if the opportunities are not there, you're very creative in your own way to come up with certain strategies that you need to win pile number one. And this is what really, really helps you beat out any competition at work, because I do think you are in a very competitive environment. But before anyone can point the sword at you, you refine yourself. Like I said, there is this energy of refinement, and I do think that is going to be your best friend throughout your life, where you do have this ability to quickly shed skin to become better. And there is a natural amount of detachment that is also with you that helps you shed skin easily, right? Pile number one. And this is going to be your greatest asset, trust me, in the future and even right now. It's very interesting. We have Three of Swords below the Two of Cups. So maybe you've gone through a breakup recently. Maybe it wasn't even something very serious. But again, I do think I'm just seeing sharks. So I do think maybe these are men around you who feel like sharks around you, and they sort of want to go in for the kill, but they know that they will be rejected. Yeah, Three of Swords. So I think people are really playing that game very coolly with you, even if they don't want to. Yeah. So clearly you have a lot of romantic energy around you, whether you see it or not, by number one. Yeah. I think that's the best way I can say it. Shuffle some oracle. Okay, pile number one, we have the Doctor, we have Grotto, Mermaid, and the Glutton. Are you sick? Have you been feeling sick, pile number one? If you are, then please definitely go visit the doctor. Or there's definitely like a flu going on. I have it too. That's why I sound so nasally. So sorry for that. I'm still recovering. But even if you're not sick, I think the message with the doctor card is you are sort of like a surgeon. You know how to fix things, and you probably come in to fix things when there's no other resort left. So I think a lot of people come to you when they really have no hope. You could even be tarot readers over here, whatever it is fitted to your situation, but you do have that energy of helping revive other people in a way, right? It is sort of like resurrection. And with the Glutton card, I'm not getting any bad message. I think the way I look at the Glutton card over here is, I think people at work would define you as a workhorse. You really have no limits to just how much amount you can work, and it's not just about the time. You're able to achieve more things in record time or less, and you can you can, for example, if you're a lawyer, you will be able to read like a 500-page case in like a few hours before the court, right? Again, I'm just getting that example to fit to your situation, but you look at the challenges as opportunity for growth. You are in this energy of doing, getting it done, no matter what is in the way. So again, you are sort of like a weapon, like, right? You're sort of like a war machine over here, pile number one, and there is this intimidation at work. But again, I do think you do overwork, and I do think maybe you need to take care of your health with a doctor card. And with the grotto, I do feel you need your alone time. You do need some isolation. You need some time to yourself. And I don't think you're getting enough of that right now. But I get it, it's adulting. It's really difficult to find time for yourself, but you have to find some time for yourself because for you to figure out your next steps, you do need that time alone. And only when you're well rested and you're quiet and your energy is retracted a little, that's when you will get the perfect download for your next winning step here over here, right? Pile number one. So I would say people at work see you as very formidable, even your boss. So maybe there's some power play where your boss even tries to intimidate you a little. I do sense that as well. Yeah. But again, I think people at work really respect you and they wouldn't want to let go of such a workhorse, right? There is also strong Capricorn energy over here. Or even if you're not a Capricorn, you do have this very stubborn attitude of winning. And because of that, you never lose, right? Number one. Yeah. So people definitely want to be on your team, even if they're intimidated at times. So continue to be the lone wolf that you are. Understand that you're more powerful than everyone sort of combined. That's why, you know, a lioness can hunt alone, right? But the hyenas, they need a pack, right? So understand the difference between you and others. Pile number one. I think that's the message over here. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number one. Again, it's a general reading, so please take out resonance, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for private reading. And I'll see you guys. Hello, pile number two. If you chose Tarot of the Enchanted Garden, this is your reading on how does your boss see you and how do your coworkers see you. And before we jump into the reading, I just want to say I'm going to be teaching a tarot course starting September. So if you're interested in learning tarot from me, you can definitely sign up. You can send me an email to get more details. My email ID is given in the description box below. Having said that, let's jump into the reading on how does your boss see you. Okay, pile number two, we have Strength, which is like an extra card in this deck, and I often leave extra cards exactly for moments like this, and we'll get back to it. We have Four of Swords, we have Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the Magician, the Star, Three of Cups, Page of Cups, and we have the Chariot. So you could be male, female, anything in the middle, but I am getting this very older, wise, feminine energy. I would even say maybe like crone energy. You do have this very old, wise woman who's going to speak the truth and set you free. You do have this very healing energy. And yet you don't you're not just kind. You do have a lot of power to you. And I do think that's why the strength card is so prominent in this reading. And I think even maybe the higher ups would think twice before crossing you, because you're definitely a formidable opponent over here. And we do have Magician in the center of the reading, and we have the Star. So I do think there's something very alchemical about you. There's something very magical about you, and it does often translate into maybe in a corporate setting as you just understanding what the other person wants to say means, and you often maybe finishing other people's sentences. You do have that energy to you, Pailamba, too, no matter where you work. And I do think the more you work, the better your socialization and people skills are going to be. And again, magician is about communication in a way, right? So I think the networks you create are going to be very beneficial for you even in the future in terms of your work. But with the star card, I'm getting a lot of this Aquarian energy. So I do think maybe you do stand out a little, and as a result, you are able to foster in the important change needed to really shake things up in a way. And I do think you do that very beautifully and very effortlessly. Everyone wants to be your friend, Pailamba, too, especially at work. And you are very loving, yet we have the chariot card. So you listen to your intuition, and yet you take action on what is needed, where you need to go, what needs to happen. And again, you know how to make maybe opposite teams work together very easily. It's almost like you're enchanting people, pile number two. That's what this energy is giving. And I was just thinking about Page of Cups yesterday, and it kind of makes sense. And what I was thinking about the Page of Cups is we see a fish over here inside his cup, and that is a metaphor over here of the Page of Cups really, really listens to his intuition. His intuition has materialized as a fish because, again, intuition, water, the subconscious, the depths. So there is something arising out of your very deep, dark waters, and you're able to bullseye it, and yet not just help yourself but help a lot of people as a result. So you could be my channelers even, or even if you're not a channeler, you do have this ability to maybe channel necessary ideas, information, maybe some cutting edge stuff, to be very honest over here, pile number two. And again, this is a gift you have, and I think this is what sets you apart from other people at work. And we do have Four of Swords and Queen of Pentacles, so you do have this very calming, grounding energy to you. You know how to help people get new perspective on their difficult situations, where they can maybe zoom out and see that things are not as bad, or even if things are bad, they know how to maybe maneuver the right way. And this is a skill set that you have. So maybe sooner or later, I do see you doing something a little more spiritual in terms of your work, even if you are in the corporate over here. You could even like teach yoga or something. But understand that you are the bridge. Again, magician in the center of the reading, and magician is the bridge between the heavens and the earth. And he's bringing down that energy. So you are very valued. And don't settle for less payment. Don't allow yourself to be underpaid for what you have to give, because you're definitely giving more than what you're getting paid for, pile number two. So even if you have a business or something over here, increase your rates. That's also an important message, because it is about business at the end of the day, right? And you do have to be in your shrewd businessman energy, businesswoman energy, if you have to get things done. And we do have Queen of Pentacles, so you don't shy away from responsibilities, you don't shy away from paperwork, you don't shy away from showing up every day to cultivate and refine whatever you're trying to cultivate and refine over here, pile number two. And on top of that, you have this beautiful energy. I'm just noticing the flowers. So maybe it's the perfume you wear that, again, it just adds to your enchantment in a way. And again, I'm talking in this very magical way because that's how your energy feels, pile number two. Please understand that. Again, magician in the center of the reading. I know I'm repeating that again and again, but I do think the emphasis is that. So you are the master. You can even manipulate things to go your way. But you know better. You do have a good head on your shoulders, pile number two. And I do think this only comes with being constantly tested, right? Your resolve has to be strong, and your morality has to be correct in a way. So you're doing that very, very successfully over here, pile number 2. And I think this is even what people at work say, that yes, you work very hard, you're ambitious, but you're not going to trample over someone with your chariot. Yeah, beautiful. Shuffle some oracle. Okay, pile number 2, we have Redemption, Automaton, and Blemire. And I haven't seen the Blemire card in a while, so it's coming out after a while, and I use this oracle deck in almost all my readings. So I do think there may be some unruly urchins around you. Maybe there's some unruly rats around you who are very sneaky unnecessarily, and whatever cockroach behavior that they exhibit, you still know how to, again, like I said, enchant them. So even if there are people going against you at work, their plan doesn't succeed, even if they do manage to come together. But yet you're very forgiving with the redemption card, and it's not just that. You do have the higher perspective on things. You do understand why people do certain things, maybe why how men behave a certain way towards women in workspaces, whatever it is. You do have a higher perspective on it, which honestly saves you from wasting your time and energy, and you are very wise about it. It's going to be it's not going to be really beneficial for you even in terms of your work, so it's best to pay the rat's dust, right? And I think this is what is going to help you succeed, because you're so hyper focused and you're not even wasting energy on external things. So I would say keep up this momentum, keep up this continuum that you're building up, and trust me, it's only a matter of time before you will get a raise, a promotion, or a better job. So all your hard work is not going unseen. Pile number 2, please understand this. If you're not being compensated properly, you will be in the future. Trust me. Better job, or if you have a social media presence, it will blow up. Just keep at it. And it gets very difficult to, again, just keep doing the same thing over and over again after, quite a few years. But remind yourself, why did you start doing what you're doing in the first place? Get back to enjoying the process of the creation, right? And really take joy in your artistry and your creativity. And I think that is how you remain a lighthouse for yourself, no matter how difficult things get around you, right? Pile number 2. Beautiful. Yeah. So I'm just also noticing the butterflies. So transformation, magical transformation. That's how people at work, in a way, see you. So I do think a lot of people do gravitate towards you at work, and all you have to do is just exist and sprinkle your fairy dust, and I think that'll just happen very naturally as you're just existing in that space. Pile number 2. So understand the greater purpose of certain things happening to you, certain places you are in right now. It is where you need to be. Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 2. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow, and if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose Tarot of the Witch's Garden, this is your reading on how does your boss see you and how do your co-workers see you. And before we jump into the reading, I just quickly want to say I'm going to be teaching a tarot course starting September. So if you're interested in learning tarot from me, you can definitely sign up. My email ID is given in the description box below, so you can send me an email to get more details. Having said that, let's jump into the reading on how do your boss see you and how do your co-workers see you. Okay, pile number 3, we have Temperance, we have Page of Cups, we have Death, Queen of Swords, 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, Devil, 4 of Wands, and 8 of Cups. A lot of 5 energy, and we have this Death and Queen of Swords and Devil energy. So I think you could be in a workplace where you've been there for a long amount of time. You could have been there for like a decade or longer. Or you could be very new to your workplace. But I'm not getting you're very new to your workplace. I think you have been there for a while. We do have that Queen of Swords. So I think maybe you're looking for, or even if you're not new to the workplace, or even if you are new to the workplace, I do feel maybe you're looking for a promotion. But I want to tell you, pile number 3, I would rather be honest with you. I don't think this place is the place that will give you the promotion that you need, even if you work there forever. So if you want to do better in terms of work, if you want to do better in terms of making money, in just having more success, I think you need to go. The reading ends with 8 of Cups. And I know this is about what your boss and co-workers think of you, but this is the message I'm getting from the cards. 5 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. So there's only disappointment for you in your workplace. I don't think you're being respected properly. And yes, they will get their karma, but you don't have to keep waiting there to see when they will get it, right? You have things that you have to do for yourself. And I think you have paid your dues enough. I think it is time for you to cut out and maybe apply for a better new job. And I do think you will be able to succeed in getting a new job over here because, in a way, you also feel very tied down. And I think you also feel very defeated. I think you have just accepted things. And I think you need a bit of anger. I do think that will again help you break these chains because there is happiness for you. I would even say there is love for you, but it's not where you are right now. You will have to change a job in order to get there. And I do think you're resisting the change as well. I do think you are in this fighting energy, pile number 3. I'm not going to lie. I do see you fighting over here. And I get it, sometimes fighting gives your life meaning, but you are at a point where it's not worth it anymore. And I think you do understand this. So I clearly people at work and your bosses don't see you in the right light. They do see you as they do see you as a very grounding energy, yet you bring a lot of change with you and people don't like change, right? People are very resistant to change. So people don't like how you change things around and therefore they would rather single you out than to let you make the necessary changes that will inevitably be good for other people. But it is sort of like an ego game over here. So I don't want to say it, but maybe there's some racism at workspace. Maybe there's some kind of discrimination that is happening. Maybe about your gender, maybe about your age, whatever it is, fit to your situation. But I do think there is something like that. And I do think your guides are really inspiring you to listen to your intuition and take the necessary steps and not stop even yourself from transforming, right? You have to use your own superpower for yourself, often pile number 3. So if you're feeling stagnant, if you're feeling like you're not happy, there's a reason for it and you need to break out of it and you will be able to break out of it. Even if it means giving into the unknown right now, it is going to inevitably lead to a happier place for you, a happier home for you, and just a more fulfilled state of being. You have done everything you had to do in this space, pile number 3, and now it is time for you to go and find something better. You will find something better. You have to just know this. It is, you have to listen to your intuition over here, pile number 3. Yeah, so this reading took a very unexpected turn, but that's what happens with almost all readings, don't it? Shuffle some oracle. Yeah, and we do have King of Wands behind the deck, so I do think you're hoping to maybe get the validation for your leadership from your workspace. You're not going to get it. And the only way for you to truly step into your leadership role is to step out of this space, and just letting go of that negativity is going to help you really come into your King of Wands leader energy. And you will, like I said, have even a business of your own, I would say, over here, pile number 3. You have learned enough. I think it's time for you to do your own thing. And I do think you will thrive there. Yeah, see, we have happy and chaos. So there's a lot of bad mouthing you at work. There's a lot of maybe talking over you, not maybe delaying your work, just being annoying, whatever it is. Pile number three. Don't let it get more difficult for you. Do yourself a favor and quit the job and find something better. You will find something better. I think the message is very, very clear. We do have the chaos card, so you will be able to mold whatever you want out of the chaos. But you don't have to keep remaining there. And truth will prevail, but you, like I said, you have other things to do. You cannot just keep waiting to see when the truth will prevail. And sometimes your absence is needed, right? Your absence is required for certain things and certain realizations to happen. Yeah. So don't pay attention. And I'm not even saying don't be in your ego, be in your ego, but be in your ego by wanting to do better for yourself, by getting out of this place by number three. Yeah. But again, it's your decision to make at the end of the day. But I do think you know better, and you know you cannot keep going on the way you have been going on. You're not doing anyone a favor, and definitely not yourself. Pile number three. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number threes. Again, it's a general reading. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you.